in front of us for the positive and for the better. And I know that things were completely different even a few generations back with my grandparents. And I want to see that much change and more moving forward.
Exactly.
And what are some of the things that you've seen in your community, in your world, in your just that's positive change? So let's just talk about a little bit of positivity here.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. And that's what it's all about. Even the conversations that we're having, it's about being positive, about, making sure that we're putting positive energy out into the world, and just encouraging parents, encouraging people to, try this. And if that doesn't work, okay, let's try that. Because basically there are no right or wrong necessarily. We're just giving tips and tools that we believe will benefit and really help. And so, I look at it. One of the things that in our home, we were always taught to love everybody. And that came from my parents. I mean, my mom would always say, they were taught to love everybody, regardless of race and, skin color and all of that. They were taught to love everyone, to respect people. And I'm so grateful for that opportunity because, although my mom and my dad, their experiences were a little bit different, but they still had rich relationships with all, with different races. They didn't see white people as being, the bad people. They, as they would always tell you, I mean, their parents and such had, some of their best of friends were different, were white and such. And so that has trickled down into who I am today as a person. It's always important for me to just love people. I mean, love people. When you see people being racist and all of that, realize it's not about the skin color, it's about the ignorance. And unfortunately, some people want to stay stuck in that place of ignorance. And in the world, I don't care how much we're doing in all this, there are still going to be people that believe what they believe, and that's just them. You have to learn to separate from them as much as possible. And still be able to move forward and realize that, okay, we have an opportunity. We get one chance at living this thing called life. How much better can we leave the world by our actions today? And so when we're talking to our children, we're encouraging them to, people say, well, I don't see color. Well, then you're colorblind. I mean, we see color, but acknowledge color, respect and honor different colors, different cultures, different races. Honor and respect that. Learn from it. Be okay with it. It's nothing to fear when you come up to a place of knowledge. When you want to know, step out there. Learn something different. My daughter had me at a Japanese store the other day. And she, she's into the K-pop. She's really big in K-pop. And so everything is about K-pop. And we go out and we get boba tea. And we do, just if it's different, she's ready to try it. And I totally support her in this. That opens up a world that we had never experienced before, because walking into the store, she was like, well, Mom, what are they going to say? I said, I don't know, but let's go. We're going together. And they were so accepting, and it was okay. And no one looked at us and it's strange and weird. That's the kind of richness that I want to leave them with. I want them to have those experiences to say that it's okay to be you, and it's okay to be different. And let's go to the Japanese store and let's go get mochi ice cream. I don't know if it's called ice cream or not, but that's like one of her favorite things. And so, but that's the beauty of it. Being able to say, hey, let me go into that neighborhood. Let me go and try this. Let me go and see what this is about. Let me go and have that conversation.
Yeah,
communicating effectively. Yeah.
Because the assumptions that we conjure up of how it might be is completely different when we just jump in and do it.
Exactly. And because I know when she said, Mom, I want to go somewhere, I said, well, where do you want to go? And I knew that's the youngest one. She loves it. She's all about cooking and trying different things. And so I knew it was going to be different. I just didn't know how different. She's 11. Okay. And so she said, I want to go to this Japanese store. I said, well, where did she find it? She says, I Googled it. I said, okay, well, let's see. So we get in line with everybody else, and, we put our mask and gloves on, and we go on in the store, and we have a beautiful, memory of all the fun snacks she picked out. And so, but that's what parenting looks like today.
Yes.
Healthy parenting looks like that today. It's about allowing your children to step out there and be good with everybody. Exactly. That's what I feel.
Well, because they're seeing it out there.
Exactly.
Because